Hello, Dark Guys. Dark Guy Richie here. And today we're going to go back to a tier list. Now, I fixed the tiers up a bit from our last one. I think it was just busted A, B, C tier. I now understand that nobody is C tier because nobody's that bad in this game. I won't lie to you. But there are people who are better than one another. Now, my opinions drastically changed from the last one. I have so different opinions. I don't even think you want to see that last tier list. It was 4 hours. I don't think anyone want to see that long. I'm gonna just way shorter and way quicker because I know how every character plays. I've played every character. I am currently ace rank at the moment, which is the highest rank, and I was top 100 at one point, top 100, 200, but I kind of stopped playing for a bit to go play Texas Chainsaw, and now I'm kind of back in it. I'm not that high anymore. I think I'm like top 500, but still whatever. So let's get on to back right into this. So let's check it out. You'll have a lot more videos coming out soon. I had a little break. So let's go right from the top to the bottom. Actually, I think we should just go from because like the easiest things from the tier list is who is the best and who's the worst. The middle is like the nitty and gritty. So who's the best? I think everyone knows Osui S plus tier. I put S plus and S because there are some differences from the two. You'd be surprised. Obviously, Osui is like one of the best characters in the game. Insta res, crazy movement, combos with her beta ability. It's kind of insane how good she is, and she has like a bigger jump than most other characters, so she can really move around. Like it'll be really hard to eat her. Like don't use aim assist against this person because you're just gonna keep hitting behind her. You're never gonna hit her. She's very good. She does have counters though. Dobby is one of her biggest counters. I've been seeing a lot more Dobby players because Dobby immediately disintegrates her. Kirishima also hurts her a lot because of his when he takes chip damage, not chip damage, when he does super armor, she leaps towards him and then she also gets hit again, but he barely gets stunned. Kaminari is also a very good counter, but not as good as the other two. So she has counters, but those counters are not that many, and she dominates the field. As a speedster, but mostly support because of that insta res she has. So let's see who else is up here with her. Is there anyone else up here with her? I'm trying to think. I'll be nice. I'm gonna put Bakugo up here right behind her. I don't think Bakugo is like way thing. She's like right behind her, not by far. Even though he got nerfed, he used to have 100. He still has 80 DPS. He still has crazy AOE damage with his beta. He has, of course, he can fly basically with his special action where he can just run away immediately, and he has crazy DPS with his alpha attack. So he's very very good in this game. And those nerfs, although he would have been number one S tier, no doubt, with those without those nerfs. With those nerfs, he's not even that bad. Now, if I were to nerf Suyu, it would be to either give her only 2 of her betas, make her camouflage less time, or have a way bigger cooldown on that insta res. That insta res comes back way too quickly. I won't lie to you. But for Bakugo, I don't think he should get nerfed. If he were to get nerfed, more cooldown on a special action. That special action needs to get changed immediately. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. I think next one's Todoroki. I think Todoroki is very, very good in this game. People definitely undermine Todoroki, which I don't think people are doing that now because they're seeing how crazy he is. He was crazy before, but now he's really coming out with his ice slide. That's like his main thing. He has crazy distance with his fire shot. Of course, it got nerfed before, but still, it's crazy how far it goes. The distance get nerfed. It was the attack power that got nerfed. But that's not what I want to talk about. Why he's so good? It's his ice slide. Now, as you know, he can move with his ice slide, which gives him good mobility. But also, he can just put it down. It's basically instant. It is so quick. And when you see like the ice thing, you might think, okay, don't touch it. But you'd be surprised how big that hitbox is. You might just like barely scrape it and you're turning to ice, and he can combo you after that. Now, like a ranged combo move is actually like insane, especially for a high damage character like Todoroki. So that's why he's all the way up here in S tier. What if I were to nerf anything about Todoroki? It would be that ice hitbox either like changed a bit or make it so you have less stun time, so you don't get comboed as hard. So now up to next to the list, let's put I think this is a hard choice. I think All Might should be up here with him. All Might is very good in this game. He is very oppressive. Now the one bad thing with All Might is his beta move. That beta move It might miss a lot of times, but oof, it hurts when it hits you. But he has crazy good projectiles that might look like they're like better than ones than Mount Lady. They're way better than Mount Lady. He has a crazy leap into the air with just special action that has so much distance. You get it back so quickly. There's like almost like 10-15 second cooldown, and then it's right back. It's actually very, very good. Of course, you get smacked out of it, but like in everything, you get smacked out of it. But it's very, very good. I think All Might is perfect up here. If I were to, I don't think I would nerf or touch All Might at all, because people don't play them. Obviously, because like you have to earn him. He's like level 30 on the license, so no, it's no wonder no one plays him because it's really hard to play him. But not really hard to play him. He's pretty easy to play once you get really into it. The one thing you're really have to practice is going up in the air and shooting down. That's one of the best things because he's basically a Dobby counter with that. But I don't think you should touch him at all. I don't think you should get touched at all. Maybe like a cooldown nerf to his special action. I think he could get buffed by getting better tracking with his beta. But other than that, I think he should not be touched at all. Next up on the list, I think we should put Midoriya somewhere here. Now, do I think directly behind? I think the nerfs to his damage, because like the main reason to use Midoriya was his damage. You know, flick shot, crazy 100 things, 150 in the end. You know, crazy mobility. He still has that crazy mobility, but he doesn't have the damage he used to output before. He used to do crazy damage with his flick shot. Now, of course, flick shot does a lot of damage, but doesn't feel as rewarding as it was before. But it's still very good. I think he's still like up there. He still can do major damage, but not as much as he used to before. There's still better people for damage. Better, you know. And he's not a damage guy. He's an assault, you know. He helps defense. He helps knock them back. You know, mobility, pick up people with their res. But still, he's not the best at it. Well, All Might's better, but still. So I think next up, right behind him, this is a tough choice. I think I'm going to put Iida right behind him. Iida's another good speedster. Now, of course, anyone who has someone who can pick them, you know, carry them on their back. So All Might, Midoriya, Iida. Am I missing one more? I don't think I am. Those guys can pick them up on their back. And then that's basically an insta-res. You just like walk for 2 seconds and then boom, they're done. And even if people smack you like with projectiles, you don't fall on the floor unless they smack you like 4 times. You'll just get smacked like, oh, that hurt a little bit. It's only if they hit you with physical attacks that knock you back that's when you're gonna drop them. So you have 2 seconds, drop them, boom, you're good to go. That's why I think these two are very good, but I think Iida's a little bit worse than Midoriya. Actually, I think Iida's actually better than Midoriya. I'm gonna switch this real quick. Also, in terms of nerfing and buffing Midoriya, I don't think they should do anything to him. I think he's in a perfectly good spot. A+ tier is like where you want to be. This is like a perfect spot. Now, Iida, he actually has very good combos, which I think why I should put him over there. His combo game is really crazy. He can do alpha, and a beta, which is almost like 200 in all your HP. It's very, very good. It's very easy as well. Very noob friendly. He has crazy mobility. He can run up walls without having a speed card. He can pick up his teammates immediately, drop them basically an insta-res. I'm trying to think of downsides for Iida, but there's not really much. The only downside I can see is that he's very susceptible to dodging. His moves can be easily dodged. Now, you might want to like play a little footsie, force him to dodge, and then use your move, but it is tough with his kit. Now, of course, he has his Gamma move, which is his reciprocal burst. Alright, and oops, sorry, hold on, before I get ahead of myself. I just made sure I found out that if you use reciprocal burst with Iida, and say you have like the rainbow card on you, you know, that level ups any ability, if you 99 or like you don't have the 90, just to be sure, say your thing's on 5%, and you know once it goes to 0, you're gonna go in that cooldown, you know. Your reciprocal is gonna be like, you're gonna be gone cooldown, so you can't do anything. You can't attack, you can't run. All you can do is jump and dodge, and your dodging is so slow you can get punished immediately. That's the one bad thing about Iida, but you can negate that if you have those rainbow cards. You use the rainbow card use it on your reciprocal. Once you see it almost like 5%, 10%, you use it, nothing happens. It stops immediately once you use it. And by stops immediately, I mean it goes back to cooldown, and you're still running perfectly fine. You can attack, you can do anything, but it goes to cooldown. So I don't recommend you use it again until it's backed at 100%. But you won't get that cooldown effect. You know, you won't be slowed. You won't be not able to attack. You won't be slow ass dodge. You're perfect. That's a tip that really makes him go above Deku. Just telling you guys right now, before they patch it, use that now. All my Ida players out there. I'm hooking up the homies. Next behind Deku, I think we have Toga. Now, you might be saying, why is Toga up here? I thought she was S tier. Now, I've been playing more Toga. I don't think she's that high anymore. I think I was thinking highly of her because, how good she was when you transform into Bakugo back then. She was absolutely busted. But now it's not that bad anymore, and people are learning how to counterplay. That's what they didn't know in the first week, counterplay. Now everybody knows how to counterplay. Everyone knows how to dodge immediately. Everyone knows how to get closing the gap, beat them up. So Toga isn't that good anymore. Also, her special ability still does nothing. Now, if you use your special ability on someone on the ground, it gets rid of your stack that you had in your LB. So imagine you had like a triple level 9, and you're like, oh, I gotta hit this guy on the ground real quick. Boom, it's gone. It's crazy. Now, of course, use your blood and then stab them. But still, you're gonna lose it. So there's no point of it. Now, like I said, totally good buff to Toga, which I think would actually make her S tier. So maybe don't buff her like that. But if you use a special action on someone down, you should have 2 slots. So you have your Y and your special action. So if you use your special action, you're a whole new character. But hey, let me get rid of it. Now let me use my Y. Oh, my another character. That'd be actually like, and it'd be like anime, like just like the anime. She has like 2 vials of blood. That'd be so cool if they had that for a special action instead of just stabbing someone on the floor. That is so boring. But she's still very good because she can beat anybody. She can be awesome. Dude, the strat is basically, you see you're fighting against an Asui. Oh, if you're Toga, always get that Asui's blood. Or Tsuyu. Get that Tsuyu's blood. Because in case your teammates go down, you immediately transform, pick them up, get the Asui blood again. Make sure, de-transform, get that Asui's blood again. Then, when you're fighting again, say, oh, they're trashed, I got down again. Turn it Asui again, pick them up, repeat. You will be helping your teams out so much, and that's why I think she's up here so much. Because she just gets every cooldown. You can be Mount Lady, turn big again, do your damage, de-transform, get out of there quick, take more Mount Lady blood, heal up, and do it all over again. That's why I think she was very, very good. Now, behind her, I think I'm going to put Momo right behind her. Now, before, I thought Momo wasn't very good. She got countered by Kendo's, shield. And now that I'm seeing her play more and more often, you can only hit her at the beginning of her shield thing. But after that, she's got you, bro. Level 9 shield is so annoying. Everyone hates it. And I hate it too, because it's so annoying. And I guess you can say brain dead, because you just put that on, you're invulnerable for like 5-7 seconds. You have 2 of those. So regulate your cooldown, use one, you're going to get it back. Boom, just keep going, bulldozing everybody. It's so annoying. People don't like it. I don't like how it is, but it's very good. That makes you really good because you can't even hit behind her. She's full around invulnerable, so you cannot do a damn thing to her. So I think she's up here just because of that. Of course, her alpha is pretty good too. It's like an AoE, so you can hit more than one person while you're using your alpha, and then it all turns into a combo. So it's very, very good. Her cannons are pretty not good. I guess they're there if you want to use them. They might do something, but half the time they're really not doing anything for you. So maybe they should rework her cannon a bit. Definitely rework her beta. That thing needs to either get a longer cooldown or just one of them. One of those will really fix her and, make her more like not brain dead and balanced. And I guess her special action could use like a less cooldown because you barely even use it, And sometimes you might just get pure healing items instead of cards or like team heals. It's really RNG based, which you should never be in this game. Alright, next up, I'm really thinking here. Next up, should we stay in A+ tier? Does anyone else have any brain dead things? I'm trying to think. No, I think I'm gonna put Ochako here in A tier. Actually, no, I'm gonna put Ochako right behind Momo. Now, you might be saying, why are you putting Ochako so high? Her grapple's bugged, Well, she doesn't even, her main thing is bugged. Let me tell you right now, even though her main thing is bugged, she is getting carried by her car. Now, if they fix that A thing and they keep the car as it is, she's immediately gonna be S tier. That car alone, it comes back so quick and it lasts so long. That card lasts so long. I can go back, get some coffee, come back, and the car's still going. You can get knocked down, stunned by the car, get back up, and she's still doing it, and she will hit you again if you don't run away. Now imagine if she had that and working grapples. she'd be the most annoyingest character out there, up there with Osui. That would be so annoying. I don't know why she's technical. She's a speedster, but forget that. And then she has her special action, which makes her floaty, so she can jump. She can give it to other people. Imagine an Osui that's floaty. That would be so annoying. I'd hate that so much. So that's why I think she's really good. Even though her grapple's busted right now, and by busted I mean broken, because it can't do a damn thing, she's still being carried and still winning matches just because of that car. And I guess her Gamma doesn't help that much, but if she floats people in the air and she just smacks you, it will do a lot of damage. Do not underestimate that Gamma. Of course, it's very easy to roll out of. I will tell you that. But it's more of like a prediction tool. She's going to roll here. Let me Gamma this. Boom, you're up. You dodge that again. So I'm going to Gamma down. You're going to get hit by it. So I think... like I said, her car absolutely carrying her whole kit. Another thing like Momo's brain dead. But you can actually get smacked out of it. So it's not as good as Momo's. But I think that's it for like the D characters that don't require any skill but are very good. So next we're on the top of A tier. Which I think this man deserves it the most. Top of A tier, Dobby. Now people might complain. It's like, why is Dobby so high? I play a lot of Dobby, so I would know. And this is based on, okay, I probably should have stated this in the beginning. This is based off ace rank. You know, the highest rank, or at least maybe even pro rank, you know, gold. That's where like most of the players, the top players, who actually know how to use these characters and counter in each one. So if you're like a rookie or amateur rank, maybe wait a bit until you see this. Maybe look at this and say, hey, maybe I should check out this character. Or maybe I know how to counter this character. Dobby, of course, he counters also the best. He also has his counters. You know, he can get countered by Kaminari, Kendo. He gets countered by another Dobby can even counter him. So I think the first I thought Dobby wasn't very good. Then I started using him and I saw, wow, this guy can actually do some stuff. Now, of course, his main thing is zoning. He's a technical character. So he's a zoning trapper type. He zones you out. He has like a ring of fire. Now those ring of fires are very good, especially if your teammate gets downed. They're gonna get sniped out by the other people. So you put a ring of fire around them, so they're forced to come in. You trap the hell out of your teammate. They come in, they try, I'm gonna finish this guy right now. Boom, traps. You defend the hell out of him. They're not gonna be able to touch him, and he gets up and boom. You just turn the tables with Dobby. Now, the one bad thing about his kit is, of course, close range characters, you know, strikers. They're gonna rush you. And you're gonna, if you're not set up already, if you just put your traps down, boom, this trap here, it's not gonna help at all. They can just hit your traps and then boom, it goes off and they run through it. So make sure you're not using all your traps at once. And also make sure you use that ring of fire well. Use that ring of fire to run behind it, maybe catch some more, you know, distance, because you don't want to be too close. But you can, if you want to. The best place for Dobby is not out in the open as you might think. It's actually in close space with your traps. Because then they can't really maneuver around your traps, especially in Typhoon City and the hot zone, or whatever that thing's called. The fire zone. Those places are the best for Dobby because he can lock down an area with his traps, get you ready, you know. Of course, if you don't know your traps well, you don't regulate them well, you're not going to do that well in there. Always have a speed card with Dobby because that's where you get the most value. But that's why I think Dobby's the top of A tier. He counters Osui. That's why. He's the best counter to Osui. That's just you very much need for this meta. Everybody's using Osui. I won't even lie to you. But next up, also, his special action, not very good. But it might catch someone off guard here or there. You never know. Also, it put down a ring of fire. So if your teammates go there next to you, put down that ring of fire. Even if you know you're not going to use it or not going to hit anybody, put it down. It creates a ring of fire. So that, you know, they can't really hit projectile you towards it. Use that Y ability on the ground for yourself. No one has to be announced. If you're getting smacked, use it. I didn't know until I used it where it makes that ring of fire so projectiles can't go through. Okay, so next up, who do I think is also top 8 there? I think Cementos is up there. Cementos is very good. Very slept on. Because Cementos, he can do some work, you know. He has a best instant revive in this game, which makes a little house so they can't get sniped immediately when they get up. Now, I don't recommend popping any heals in there because they can just walk up. Unless their compressor's got your back. He's like, I got you. You know, heal up. Maybe. But I do not recommend just getting up and popping a heal in that little house because they can easily, Albago goes up, throws a grenade on you, you're done for. Maybe a tiny heal, but other than that, you just dip out of there. But because the compressor is very good, he has very wide range AoE attacks. He can build up, and once he builds up, if anyone if no one can if you're not All Might or Asui or Bakugo to get up there, it's very hard because when he builds up a little bit, puts a platform down so you can't just run up it with a speed card. It is very annoying, and it's very good, very good. Now, of course, he has his counters: Shigaraki, Bakugo, and I think that's basically it. Mostly Crazy Range fighters. Maybe Kirishima would also do some damage to him. Definitely Ochako as well. So he definitely has his counters, but he can counter many other people as well. Now, I don't play that much. Mr. Cementos, I don't play that much of him, but he's still very good in his own range. And that special ability, that instant revive, is just too good not to put him anywhere below high A tier. Next up, we got Mount Lady. I think Mount Lady should go up here as well, because now I see a lot of people putting Mount Lady so high. I don't know why they put Mount Lady so high, because when I play Ace Rank, I barely see like any Mount Ladies down here, because when she pops her thing, now usually it's like in Ace Rank, the circle's gonna be so small, and there's still gonna be 6 teams, and you'd be like, why are there so many teams left? If you see a Mount Lady pop her thing, she is gonna get beamed down so quickly. She's gonna be a straight bullet sponge. You're either like a de-transform immediately after you do anything, and you didn't do anything, you know? You turned big, you just de-transformed, you maybe did a little bit of damage, but you didn't do anything in the end. Maybe you like crack some shields, but that's it. You're gonna get beamed down, you're gonna lose all your shields, and now you're back at, middle ground. It's really dumb. Now, the one good redeeming factor for her is her major damage when she's in big form. That's when she has good damage in big form. And also her mobility with her kicks. Now, of course, they buffed it, so I think she has 2 now. I think maybe 2. Which, I mean, maybe she has a 3 like Aizawa, but still. Very good, but not as good as you'd think. Not very good. Definitely should not be nowhere in S tier, but I think A tier sounds pretty good for me. Next up, I think Kirishima should definitely be here. A tier. Now, why Kirishima is so, like, he used to be, I think, the worst character in my old tier list. Why do I think he's so good now? His damage. Kirishima's got straight damage. Now, he has barely no mobility. Maybe if he kind of has, like, Alpha as A move, where he just does those chops in the air, some good mobility, but he can get shot out of easy. It's so easy to kill Kirishima like that. But where he shines in his damage and his clutch potential. I'm telling you, Kirishima can 3v1 anybody. He has crazy AoE damage with his big ground pound. He has 3 punches now, and those hit multiple targets. If they bunch up, boom, smack them out of it. Now, of course, it's susceptible to missing. It's easily dodgeable, but it's made for a retool. And his ground pound, always use it. Make sure that thing's always on cooldown, because you're gonna want to use it a lot of the times. Now, of course, when he's level 1, he's not very good, but who isn't in this thing? Everyone's bad level 1. Well, of course, not the S tiers. The S tiers are good at level 1. That's why they're S tier. But still, he's still, like, once you level him up a lot, Kirishima's doing damage, That's what he's for. The damage also is defense up. They buffed it. Faster cooldown. It goes for longer. It's so great now. I think Kirishima's a very good spot. I don't think we should touch him at all. He's perfect right now. Maybe buff his damage. Not damage. Maybe buff his cooldown for his, like, ground pound. But other than that, he's at a perfect spot right now. Do not touch Kirishima. He's great. Now, who's next? I think we should put another big damage dealer, Shigaraki, next. I might be saying, why Shigaraki over here? I thought he was very good. Now, I also think Shigaraki's still good. He has one of the few grabs in this game. That neck grab. And also, that neck grab goes far, Unlike Ibarra's grab, you can run really far and grab someone in the neck with that. Now, it's very buggy if you grab someone from, like, the final frames of your grab, because then you just, like, walk with them. It's so weird. I don't know why it does it. But if they fix that, maybe I put him a bit more, like, spots higher. But that really holds him down, because, like, at the end of your grab, you grab somebody that does no damage, you're just walking with them, and they just smack you. Like, what just happened? That happens a lot to me. So definitely try and grab them at the beginning of your grab. But Shigaraki also has his pillars, those ground pillars. Those are very good. And when you throw them out, they have, like, a lasting effect. So if someone, like, rolls back into it, they're going to take a little bit of damage. Now, of course, it's not as much as they hit you, but it's still that chip damage, which does a lot. And then he's got his B move. I don't see people using his B move enough. That's what I don't like. That thing's an AoE attack. I see people dropping it on their teammates. Now, of course, why are you dropping on your teammates? No one's going to run up and smack your teammates. They're going to snipe them. What you want to be doing is throwing it in the middle ground so you don't run towards your teammates to smack them or, like, to snipe them. You want to be on those guys at all costs. That's why I think it's very good, especially in the end ring. Shigaraki at end ring, oh, he's killing everybody. He's busting it down. And his Y move comes back so quickly. It's great. But I think everyone else is just a little bit better than Shigaraki. Now, I think we should go back into the B tier. I'm thinking because I think either Ibara or Aizawa should go down here. Someone should stay up here in A tier. I think I'm putting. I think I'll put Aizawa at the end of B tier or A tier. I think Aizawa over here in A tier is very good. No. I'm putting Ibarra here. I think Ibarra deserves to be here because her grab is very good. Of course, every grab is good because it goes towards your HP. And at the end of the circle, everyone just has, shield up. They don't have their HP up. So you grab them, you do 130 HP, boom, they're down. If they use plus ultra, boom, 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 you're going for their HP instead of their shield because it only gives you shield. So you will grab them and then plus ultra for what? You killed them already. She has insane range with the AR move. The only problem is that, you only get 2 of them or 3. Not that many, but man, it goes far and it does damage. I will tell you that. Now, her beta move's kind of lackluster, just does a big AoE attack in front of you. It's easy to dodge, especially dodge back. It's easy to smack her out of it because she just stays there if she hits nobody. But I think it's very, very good. And she has an insta-res, insta-res. Everyone loves insta-res. Now, it's very good with Ibarra's kit. The problem is it's not like Mr. Compresses where, not Mr. Compress, Cementos where it makes a big house. And it's not like Asui's where you bring them towards you. She just gets up. Now, she does have a spiky shield, but it's very buggy than when I've seen it. And you can still get smacked out of it if you time it wrong. So I think she's comfortable here at the bottom of A tier. Now, of course, I think the bottom of B tier, and I mean not the top of B tier, but he's B tier, which is basically the bottom tier in this. Still not bad. You're at the bottom tier. B tier is not bad in whatever color. It just means you need some buffs to get back with everyone else. Aizawa. Now, what buffs would Aizawa need? Now, he came in kind of shaky. Of course, if we were talking about in lobby, he can just crash your game, which I mean, hey, that's an immediate S tier in my opinion, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about how good he's in game. Now, he has some good damage. He still got some good combos. I probably posted a combo guide before. On Aizawa, he's very good. The one problem with me is that his stare is very buggy in my opinion. I've seen his stare miss people that are looking directly at him. And then he'll get smacked out of it. He gets. Then once he gets smacked out of it, it goes back on cooldown. Now, I think the cooldown should be reduced and he should get more time with it. Now, I don't think he should move with it, but I think he should be able to walk with it. He does the slowest walk ever. I think he should be able to walk, not run. Do not let him run with it. I think he should just walk with it. And not that slow penguin walk, just walk normally. Now, I think they should do something with his grapple. I wish he can grapple normally like he's playing Spider-Man, but instead he grabs onto it and then he just does a kick onto it. When you do a kick onto the wall, you have to do another your beta, and of course you're wasting 2 resources. I just want to waste 1. So you have to do all of that, and then they're still chasing you down. You waste your beta. What are you gonna do? Climb back on? I think they should change it where if you grab onto a ledge, you should just go up and not do the kick. Just go up. If they fix that, he'd be probably A+ tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the one thing holding him back. His beta is very good, and his gamma is pretty good too. I think his gamma does a lot of damage if you get caught into it. The problem is, he can get smacked from behind, so there's that. Of course, you have to wait till he runs out. Once he runs out, you just smack him. So I think he's decent, but he definitely needs those buffs that I was talking about to be better. So next up, we got... I think next up we got Kaminari. Now, why is Kaminari so low? He's cool, he has combo character, he has stun. The problem is, stun does nothing if you make your distance and just shoot him with fireballs. Now, of course, that means you have to approach him. His, people talk about his gamma a lot because, that's his main combo tool. But it's so easy to dodge. If you're not inside of him or he doesn't read your dodge, it's so easy to dodge. He just does it willy-nilly. You just dodge out of it. You just smack him a bunch. Also, if he does his, I see a lot of people complaining about this as well. His gamma, which is, his beta, which is his big, 3 million volts circle electricity thing. If you use it, just out there, AoE, someone could just smack you on the inside and just do a whole combo to you. You just get fully comboed because it doesn't stun you at all. It just does this damage, but you can just smack him out of it. smack him out of it, do like the howitzer attack, your Bakugo, boom, 180. Easy 180. You're just gonna smack him every time. Which is why I don't think he's that good, but he's better than these other two at the bottom. He definitely needs a buff to his beta. I think he should get more damage on his gamma. But his special action is perfectly fine. You know, close range coming. But I think his special action should also buff his lightning damage. Because it does not buff his lightning damage at all. I think if that social action buffed his lightning damage, it would help a lot more. Especially since it comes back so quickly. Just a little bit, slightly, you know, maybe 10 more. That would definitely help him out a lot. I think that's where he stands. His projectiles aren't very good. You know, they can, you know, lock down an area, but it's very hard to do that, especially when you're like in the heat of combat. You're not thinking about that half the time. So next up we got Mr. Compress. Now, why is Mr. Compress so low? You know, he's good. He has his cards. He's a Reflect. One of the only characters with Reflect in this game. Now, the only reason Mr. Compress is so low is because he might be a support, but he doesn't support anything. The only support he can get is if you forcibly take one of your teammates, kidnap them, and then heal them up slowly, 5 HP per like 1 second, which barely even helps. They can just get out, pop a full heal, pop a full HP heal. That's it. Let me get out of here. I don't want to waste my thing. Of course, don't waste your resources. But there's resources everywhere. You know, I'm not gonna be low on HP unless I'm low on HP. I'll say, come get me. The only time I can see him using that is if he grabs somebody and goes on top and gets out of there. You know, if you have no mobility, let me grab you. Let's get out of here. Oh, I just got smacked. Oh, you're gone. You're out of my little ball if I get smacked. Oh my god, what are we going to do now? I didn't even teleport. Boom, we're all dead. That's the problem. Now, what should we buff about him? His alpha, perfectly fine. Do not touch his alpha. Maybe give it a bit more damage, but he should support. Don't give him that much damage. His reflect is also fine. They buffed it. You know, they give him more charge. That's fine. He has a great reflect because he's a counter, you know. He's just a support. He doesn't want to be attacking too much. Well, the problems are with his gamma and his special action. His gamma, when you know you teleport, you throw a bunch of smoke. The one problem is you can get knocked out of it. Now, I think it should have super armor, or it should be quicker. One of those two, because it is so slow. It's not like Bakugo, boom, immediately go up in the air. You throw your thing, you wait a bit, boom, you get smacked out of it. It is so slow, and it's very annoying. It should be way faster, and not by too much. Definitely, like, if it's too fast, you're never going to see him. But the problem is, if he uses it, just look up in the air. Look up in the air. You see where he falls down. He doesn't go too far. Boom, just go over there, chase him after. He's gone. He's done for. So I think it definitely should have either farther range so you can throw farther, or it should be quicker. One of those two. If those two were together, maybe I'd be fine with that. Now on to his special action. His special action, he can grab people in his ball, and then he can heal them slowly. The one problem is that no one wants to be in a ball. They want to do something productive. They want to go heal on themselves. They want to find people. They want to grip some loot. They're never going to stay in your ball for like how many ever seconds they want to be HP, all the way HP up. That's the problem. Now, if they buffed it, so he actually did some support. So if he can grab people from the ground, down teammates on the ground, grab them, go flick somewhere else, throw them on the ground. I wish if you it would be so cool if you can grab them and then throw them back on the ground. They'd be insta up. Something like that would be cool. Because then he'd actually get some support by use. You know, he's a support, but he doesn't do any supporting. What's the point of it? But I think if they did that, Mr. Compress would actually be like very viable, and he'd be funner to play. I kind of stopped playing. I love Mr. Compress. He was like my main, but then I kind of stopped playing him because he got boring. Because all these like no buffs. He's not bad in any sense, but like it's boring to play him. I have to run. I just keep running because I don't do any. I do some damage, but like I can't help my team. So yeah, Mr. Compress not very good. Now we got the last character on this list, Kendo. I hate putting people at the bottom, but Kendo has to be the last one because she needs some buffs. Now, what does she need for buffs? 1, she has no mobility. 2, she has no good projectiles. Now she has her like shotgun blast. The problem is inconsistency. Now every shotgun is inconsistent. The problem is you can aim in and the spread tightens. So you go boom, straight, little circle straight at them. Look at all that damage. Kendo doesn't have that. She just has tiny rocks going at you, which is inconsistent if you roll out of it, and even inconsistent if you do it mid-range. Now what I think they should do, if you aim, the spread should tighten by a lot. It should give this like little like circle tighten rock, boom, straight towards you. Maybe even a big rock, just a boom straight towards you. do a lot of damage, maybe 100. I'd be fine with Kendo doing 100 on that because she's so bad. Now, of course, another thing is her beta. Now, her beta is her big slap. Wait, no, her beta is a big shield. Her shield's not that good. I actually don't think they should touch her shield at all. I think it's very mediocre, but it's good. It's there. Maybe they should give her more walk speed with it. Maybe her shield should be like faster when she walks, faster when she goes back. I think that definitely would be the one good thing I'd give it to her. But her Gamma, which is her big slap, the problem with her big slap, inconsistent. You see, there's a common factor here, inconsistency. That's the problem why she's down here. With her slap, sometimes it might like whoa, that slap hit, and it might be like whoa, that slap didn't hit. Because sometimes you might do a big slap, it goes right inside of them, and then doesn't hit them, and then you're like, what the hell happened? I think her slap needs a bigger hitbox, and I don't think it should do more damage. It does plenty of damage. I think it's like 210 maxed out. Don't buff that damage, but buff that hitbox. That hitbox looks so weird. It's not very good. I won't lie to you. Make it more consistent, and definitely she can do some good plays. Now we got her special action. I think one cool thing for her special action that they should add is being able to grab downed opponents and throw them. That would be very cool. Because, in that sense, you don't have to worry about them. Maybe they didn't see you throw them. You don't have to worry about them on the ground. They'll get up eventually over there. Now you can keep fighting and defend your teammate even more. That's one thing I definitely think she should definitely, get. Because, no one wants to just get thrown. Maybe you want to get thrown, get in the battle, but that's not as much uses as you think. So that's the list. I hope you guys enjoy it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Bad, good, trash. I agree, I don't agree. This is not, I'm not doing a democratic thing. I don't care what you think. Just kidding, I do. But I love to argue. I love to discuss. So let's see in the comments. I'll see you guys next video. And goodbye, my dark guys.